Hi everyone, I'm back with a fun 6x6 paper tutorial. So I always get requests for 6x6 papers because we have so many of them, right? Or we have like scrap sizes like that. So this is a really simple album, and I feel like I've made kind of similar ones with other sizes. Maybe I have made this before, but I don't remember. Anyway, this is going to be easy for mass makes, especially since the holidays are coming up. So I've added some of my fun little lace on the side and glitter. I did both of them. I don't know why, being a little adventurous today. I've got this little pocket here, and we've got a little pocket right in here. And you're going to go ahead and flip that. And again, we have this other pocket, or you can make it a flip, and then we have another pocket here. So it's very fun filled with lots of pockets and different variations that you can do also as we go along. So we're only going to need 3 6x6 papers, and that's going to create this fun little flippy album, okay? So I am using double-sided today. Again, I don't really think it's a big deal if you have the single-sided paper. There might be just a few little pages that are blank, like maybe the back of this, but not really anything crazy. All right, so I'm going to take, I'm going to kind of do it page by page. So we're going to do the front cover. I feel like it's easier to go that way. All right, let me grab my scoreboard. So our first paper here is going to be the cover, and with the little pocket in the front. So we're going to score at 1 4 inches. And I'm going to show you how this folds. So don't do this yet until you watch me do it, so you know how your paper should be facing. So 1 inch and 4 inches. All right, so when I do this, I'm going to take this side and I'm going to fold it back, because that's going to be our little pocket piece. And then this is going to be in the front. So I do that because you may not know which side of the paper you're going to use, and I feel like it can get a little confusing. So that's going to be our first little page right here. Now let me do the second page. Let me see which one I want to use. I don't even know which one I want to use. I'm going to just see. Okay, I guess I'll use this one. So the second page here is easy peasy. We're just scoring this at 3 inches. So or you can fold it in half. I'm just going to move this for a second because I just want to assemble the first 2 pages. So this is going to be easy. Remember, we have our little back piece here. So this is going to be our little pocket here. And then this is going to be the cover. Now, hold on. This feels really busy, so I'm wondering if I should flip it. Let me see. And then it will be, I'm just trying to decide which. I think I'm going to use, how did I do it before? Okay, I think I did it this way. So I think I'm going to do it this way. It's the same. I just flipped my paper because I didn't know which design. Now at this point, if you want a corner round or anything like that, you should probably do that before you glue it. And I'm just going to make my little pocket. And sorry, I have marker all over my hand. I was playing with my Timu stuff. So I'm just going to glue. Remember, just leave the top open because that's going to be our little pocket. And I'm going to glue it onto this little second sheet that we have. And that's honestly the easiest way to make pockets. Now this is your option. If you want to leave it open and flippy, you can. Otherwise, you can take this moment and glue it. And I did make a little notch here just to make it easy to pull out stuff. Okay, that was bigger than I wanted it to be. But I'm going to glue this side, and I'm going to glue this side and just keep it in a little open pocket. All right, and so we have our second pocket, and then we're going to open it. And believe it or not, these measurements are going to be very similar. So we're going to do this last page here. So I'm grabbing my last sheet of 6x6 paper. Now these measurements are actually the same as the first page, except it's like backwards. So I did it that way because I didn't want you to be confused. I don't know why I did that. Oh, because your picture, that's why I did it. I have a reason for everything. So when you fold this, hold on, I'm going to do mine this way. Hold on, I'm looking at my other one to see how I'm going to do it. Okay, so, no, I'm going to do it this way. All right, so our last sheet here is going to be 2 inches and 5 inches. And like I said, it's basically the same thing, it's just backwards. So if I turn this around, it would be the 1 and the 4 in the beginning. But don't want to confuse anyone, okay? So now we've got this side here and this way, okay? So that's how I just did the opposite. We did that at the very first page. And then that's how we're going to get this little page right here. Now make sure when you glue this and you close this, it's not like on your score. I think that's pretty important because I almost did that with my first page. Now usually when I do a tutorial, I usually only do it one time before I start filming. I don't do this multiple times. I literally do it just one time on a sheet of paper and maybe a scrap. I'll probably do a little bit, but I don't really do the full tutorial with scrap unless it's a really, really big project and it gets confusing. All right, and then again, this is another option. You can leave it a big flippy, which I had originally done, and I was like, nah, I like the pocket. So I actually just glued this part right here. And sorry, the nah thing, that's actually from my niece. She does that all the time. She's like, nah. She's a teenager, by the way. All right, so that actually completes our one-page wonder. And I'll just kind of show you all the fun little tidbits that I did, because that's one of the best parts, right? Well, I won't say for everyone. I'll say for some of you. All right, so what I did here, which you probably already know from my other tutorials, is I grabbed my little Temu lace here. And this time this one I had used a little beige color. This one I'm going to use white because there's more white in it, which that was just a coincidence. It's the one that I found near my desk. And this has a sticky thing on the back, so I don't have to glue it or anything. Now, if you have ribbon that you have in your stash, you don't have to buy this, obviously. You can just add your own double-sided tape. So don't feel left out if you don't have this, okay? Now I'm going to pop that on, and you can just see it just makes look like that was really easy to do. Now we added the lace, and it looks like, whoa, like a whole extra step, doesn't it? It really looks so much better once you just add that. Now, again, this is another step I'm doing. I'm just going to, I actually like it like this. I'm almost afraid to put on the glitter, but I'm going to do it. So what I did is grab my double-sided tape. Again, for any newbies, because I always say this because I have so many newbies on my page every day. So this is just you can use washi glitter or you can do this. And this is one of my favorite things to do. And if I could just get it to stick, that's a little further than I want it to be. I'm trying to get it like right on that line, but that's okay. I know not everyone can be patient watching YouTube. They might just forward me a little bit, which I know people do anyway. Because on your estimated time, it tells you like how many watched minutes, so I can tell when people skim through my videos. All right, so I feel like this needs silver, not gold. You guys feeling me with this? Because this one has more like warmer tones, and I feel like this one has more cooler tones. So I'm going to pop... Hold on, I gotta make sure the camera... It's so hard filming like this because I can't see what I'm doing. I was supposed to have a thing where I could see what I'm doing on a separate thing, but it didn't work. All right. And I definitely made my tape lopsided. But if you're more patient than me and not filming on like a time crunch, then yeah. So it makes a pretty glitter strip, which it is a bit prettier on this one. So that's what I did. And I'm just going to add some fun things just so you can see how it went along. Ooh, this might actually be perfect for it. So this is actually pretty, but it's not going to match. So I think I'm going to, I don't know. I thought I was going to, but let's see what we got here. Just to make sure. That's another white one. I think I will use the pink. I wasn't crazy about how something was too big on blocking the pocket, but I'm going to do that. I feel like it will look fine once we tuck some stuff in the pocket. I'm using some foam tape right here, and I'm going to pop that on. And I'm just going to tuck in some fun things like in the pocket so you know it's there. I feel like this might be too big. Okay. And then we can open this up. And then I'm going to tuck this in here. And right here, I just kind of made something. So I'm going to add, actually, I like this picture frame here. So I think I'm going to add that. You could probably add a real photo, especially if you're doing this for the holiday and you want to stick a family photo or something inside of it. But that just gives you a little idea of what it can look like, I guess. And I used a little bit of my older Temu pad just to kind of get some fun papers in there. I'm going to actually cut this a little bit because this is a bit smaller since, think about it, we scored it at 3 inches, so it'll probably take more smaller things in here. And then when we fold it, what I did here just to make it a little extra and pop out is I added a larger flower. So I don't have many of these left, but I love this because it just really adds so much more to that little pocket. This might be a little too big for it, but I'm going to add it anyway. Let me see. You could add other things, but I'm going to stick with this. All right. And then right here, I really just added a little die and tucked that in there. So you can do that. You could even just like add a little tag here. I'm seeing if I have another one of those. I got this leaf. I think this leaf would be really pretty. So I'm going to add some more double-sided tape right here. And I just add it kind of on the bottom. And I'm going to leave, and this is like one of those vellum pieces. So I do that, and then I can add a little piece. Let me find something. Like, you know, something over here, and just, it'll just stay tucked in. I don't know if that's going to stay. Yeah, it will stay. And then you could write whatever on there. And this is also going to be, oops, sorry. Don't, make sure when you do your foam tape, you have it so it doesn't block that. I don't know if you guys remember, I had done this little thing. I'm just showing you that something can very much go in there. And I did add vellum too. So I did think this was pretty. I just took a piece of vellum and I tucked it right behind, which you can't actually see it too well with this. So let me see. That's kind of how I had it before. Okay, that one looks weirder. It looks better with the flower and the flowers. Let's see how it looks. So I'm going to keep that. I feel like this is long and slim. That's long and slim. We're just going to leave them. And then you have your other pocket right here. Which, no, I want to add more of my letters to make it look more, probably more realistic. And putting a bunch of dies in there. And on this page, I just added a little label thing. So just like this, you could write maybe whatever it is that the album is about, or you could even say hello. Maybe I'll do that. It's kind of a big page for that, so I almost want to find another one of those. Oh my goodness, there's a really big flower. I didn't even see some of these. I want to keep it muted though. Okay, I guess I'll have to use the hello. Oh, because I can't find one of those labels. I had a whole thing of them. You guys know me, super organized over here. Oh, I found it. So was these. Now, I don't know which color to use. Let's see. I feel like this will be good because it's kind of dark. There we go. And that is actually the album. So it's pretty simple. Didn't take long. So you can see how you can do mass mix, especially if you don't add the glitter, you don't add the ribbon or any of that. I mean, this will be like done in a minute. If you're doing maybe like a little craft fair, you could be doing tea. Even a larger version of this, you don't have to use the 6x6, but you can do a much larger version and like do the hot cocoa and candy canes and things like that. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this 6x6 tutorial, and I hope to come up with some more. All right, guys, thank you.